It's been unbelievable. When I was younger, my sister and I would watch season 1 all the time. Like, we were super fans. We loved it so much that we had a little DVD player in our car, and we had season 1 on DVD, and anytime we would get in the car, even if we were going to the grocery store and it was 5 minutes away, we'd be like, put on the next step, put it on, and we would watch it over and over again. Like, I'm pretty sure I memorized every single episode.
I obviously started watching The Next Step when it came out, and I was really depressed at the time about dance because I couldn't go to a studio anymore. Like, I just couldn't afford like dance anymore. So I would watch the show and I was like so in love with like all of the dancers and stuff. Like, I just wanted to be like them so badly. And I kind of like thought to myself, like, there's no way I'll ever be able to be on a show like this or to be even like half the dancer that they are. But 6 years later, here we are. Okay, or 7. Seven.
Okay, great.
White walls are so fun. Happy because like they're not recording like the sound and stuff. Everything's to do, and they'll be like, and sometimes they like pull different people each other, and you're happy. We're like, we didn't do that.
We did not.
So that's
but
good.
Sorry to
Lucky,
disappoint you,
but glad you saw that. So.
And we did it here for you.
I wanted to be able to represent Jude as a character. For me, I looked up and found really good information about how I know that I always wear my bracelets on my right hand.
It was good. It was really fun.
It was stressful, but
just it started to get panicky at some point.
Yeah. Or like forgetting your lines.
Yeah, or like if we mess up, we're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. But other than that, I think it was good.
Maybe a little mean sometimes.
We get to the scene where she comes in and she finally builds up the courage and decides she's gonna tell Cleo.
When Jude does let down her walls and comes to Cleo and confides in her and says, hey, like, this is what's going on with me.
It was hard for me because being put, like, as I went into that character and like put myself in the character.
Cleo kind of has like a wake-up call in that moment where she's like taken out of her dream, and she's kind of back in the real world and realizing, oh, like, Jude is a very great person, a very deserving and hard-working dancer. Throughout the rest of the season, you'll see that Jude becomes a very positive influence for Cleo and keeps her grounded. So, you know, we see like the real side of her. We don't see the determined, maybe not so nice side.
People in her life previously, they like treat her differently, and she didn't want that, especially with Cleo, because they have such like a strong relationship. She feels like, and she's kind of had a crush on Cleo for almost since the moment she saw her, so she didn't want anything to be different about that relationship between them.
Of course I'll help you. So should we go left or right? I'm kidding, it's a joke. Wait.
Can we do a little outro? Everyone put their hands together.
Dance steppers and then like go towards it so they like us.
That was really funny. That was really funny scene.
It hurt because my mic pack was on my butt and I had to lie down.
No, but it was a really funny scene to film and be in, you know, because we were like going like so full out. We're like, this table needs to be saved, and like both of us had like a different part of us come out throughout the thing, and you saw like a little bit more of Izzy and like a little bit more of Jude. So like that was really cool to see.
I really just wanted a muffin.
And then she's like, I can't take it anymore. Bye, Jude. And
okay,
just...
here's the thing. If there's a waitress, why couldn't she just bring me my muffin?
That's so
Why
true.
can't you yell at another stranger to bring it to you? I can just
exactly.
Because you didn't know. It's because you didn't want them. You wanted the muffin, but you wanted to leave more. And then, of course, Cleo comes in and like calms Jude down and was like, "You need to chill out."
Yeah, it's just like where I'm kind of like, ooh, I see like a different side of her. Hey,
Yeah.
I am an expert tea leaf reader.
Reading tea leaves, like I would have never thought of that. Is that an actual thing?
Yeah,
it is a thing.
That's why they wrote it in the show.
I
It's like
totally
there's
bet
palm
that-
reading and there's like tea leaves. Yeah. So you always have like tea with a fortune teller. Not that I.
Dance captain gets picked today. Who do you guys think it's gonna be?
I hope it's Cleo. But I can see him going with Summer.
But she has such a big personality.
She does.
That it was easy for her to do it. But like to see her mad, like I don't think I've ever seen Maddie get mad. And to just hear her mad, I was like,
I was like, I think as like Cleo though, like I'm not intimidated, but I'm just kind of like, really? Like this is how you're doing this right now?
When I first read the script, I thought it was so funny to see that it was like back row, and I was like, oh, but I'm already in the back row, and then she's like, alternate! Like she just,
was so
I thought it was so funny. Anyway, when we were filming it, I thought it was so funny because every time she did it, after like they yelled like cut and everything, I burst out laughing.
Or she'd go back row. No. Or like she messed it like,
She's like, ah, that was bad, I'm doing it again.
somebody needs to talk to Winnie.
I totally agree, but I don't want to be the one to do it. Somebody definitely should, though.
It would be one thing if it was just a power trip, but having everyone dance in one line looks like complete trash.
We would for sure be laughed off stage at nationals.
Yeah. I'll talk to her, guys. I'll do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Summer.
Want to do this?
I really don't.
Well, fine. If Summer's off the team, I quit.
Fine. We don't need you.
Cleo's right. I quit too.
Okay.
Summer, Cleo, you guys are doing.
Of course, that'd be amazing.
See, doesn't it look nice? Go get your phone too. You know Bohemian Rhapsody, like when they have like the lights here?
Can we tell a scary story?
Double.
No, we're not doing this.
I have a
Okay,
spooky
fine,
story.
go.
Once there was this boy. That's the right side. They heard a noise. It wasn't a bird. You say their names.
Okay.
They heard a noise.
Tammy!
What's oh?
It wasn't always easy to give it everything, but you and I have something real. It's bigger than we think.
The duet, I think, went pretty well. One thing that was really great about it was like very focused on their connection rather than just dancing. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's like about their relationship through movement, if that makes sense.
And they both kind of like pull each other into the dance at different times, and like you can see throughout the dance how like they have like little giggles and stuff, like because like the dance is not like a serious dance that they choreographed, you know, it's just them having fun and kind of expressing themselves the best way they can through dance.
Yeah, it's like really spontaneous, and I think something that's like really obvious in like our relationship is that we kind of push each other's buttons, like not in like an extreme way, but like often, like I'll always be like being weird, and then she's like, you know, Cleo, stop being weird, and I'm like, I guess she's right, you know. It's kind of like that.
Cleo's a stubborn girl, and Jude's coming to like fix the situation because I'm being a little bit of a baby, you know, because Summer left us, and she's basically telling me not like why am I giving up on nationals when I've worked, like this is my plan. Why did I work so hard to give up, right? So she's putting me in my place there. So when I say that Jude makes Cleo a better person,
need to suggest.
you're gonna see that.
So in the dance, there's kind of like she teases me, then I like tease her, and it just like goes back.
And like at the end, there's like the big tease where it's like we come together, and like the moment is like so like intense and stuff, and you think like, oh my gosh, they're about to kiss, but then Jude comes in and like tries to break the back of her knees, you know, so she kind of like dodges, like that's what it's called, I don't know, kind of like dodges out of it like as a joke, and then Cleo's like, come on, like you had to ruin this moment, you had to break it, because the relationship is so fun and like bubbly in that sense, that, and then after Jude's like, nah, you know, and then they have their little kissy moments, and then they walk off all happy.
It's like their first moment kind of getting to that point in their like kind of relationship, because I don't think we're like officially like dating, like we're not like, oh, like this is my girlfriend at that point. We're kind of like before that, so it's like it's like in limbo, like it's in the air, and we're like we don't really know what the other person's thinking, and then
Dating at that point.
well, really?
Yes.
When I ask you out on a date, but I never say like,
No, we're dating.
okay.
So yeah, by that point we were like dating. And there's been many debates over this, but we really like Clude. And you see, when I first heard it too, I know what you're thinking right now, because when I first heard it too, I was like, did you just say Clude? But like, it's like Clude and Geo, but like Geo's not even, and that just drives me crazy. But if you make it even, it's like Juio, and that's just ugly. So when you keep saying it and like keep hearing it, you'll hear like Clude, and you're like, oh, Clude. We both have
Yeah,
to
but
say
like,
that. Right?
Yeah.
Wow, it needs to be Clude, because you see, our relationship started out like rough around the edges.
It was rough.
But then like as it goes on, it just gets better. Clude. You have to have some cool editing where it's like,
Look at those sparkles.
Yeah, sparkles, and like the name just appears like right here. And it's like, Clude. That's good. 4 people came in after we finished our duet, and they were all crying and like tearing up.
Yeah, I forget who it was, but he like came and he like took off his glasses and he was like,
do you see that?
and there was a tear rolling down his cheek.
And he was like, everyone's crying right now. Like, you left everyone in tears, which was like a really special like moment and a really special thing to hear, because it's like we did our job right, you know?
Exactly. Like we made it real, and that's the most important.
That's the most important thing about everything.
Yeah.
You know, like making sure like we're showing it as like we both step into our characters as Jude and Cleo, and like Clude becomes real. Every time we say Clude,
conclude the the episode, you know, that's what we needed to do.
No, can't say that.
Clude is over.
She's breaking up with me.
Clude is done.
Inclusive group, and we're such a family. And you see, we respect everyone, but we always include people.
Yeah. You don't even have to audition for features.
Even when they walk out of the studio, when they walk out of the studio, even when they tell everyone to go in the back row and are a terrible dance captain.
And beat us with sticks.
Even when they're going to quit dance completely and they're so upset that they did not get on A True. And even when they leave the studio because they know there's something better even though they come back. Yeah. So it's not about where you go in the journey, it's about where you end up.
I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited.
It literally gives me goosebumps.
I'm so excited. I literally
Thinking of that last scene.
And they walked in on us doing a great dance to
It's our
an
national
amazing
dance.
dance to stand up.
Can I demonstrate? I'm not the best person to demonstrate. Eldon, he goes like up. Shh, hold it.
So we have Presley doing that. More of us come in, and then more and more and more. So it's us coming together. Seasons past is